It's a growing sense of pessimism here, and the danger always is that, you get almost sort of talk yourself into depression and indeed, into a slowdown.
How often do we hear the word poll says this, poll says that?
Well, every day.
Well, all the time, exactly. So this poll is a quarterly survey. It's carried out over 510 investors, traders and analysts that do use the Bloomberg, so it's fairly accurate. November the 11th to 12th was when it was last carried out, so before that it was in July. So this one, as you say, Richard, again, it's not very bleak, but let's go with the uptick. Uptick is the US.
You always look at the glass half full first.
Try my best on a Friday afternoon. The uptick
Morning
is
even.
Or wherever you are in the world watching. The US is the positive. It's actually the only silver lining in this quite dark cloud. And there you see that the US recovering, the end of quantitative easing is a signal towards that. And actually, as you know, yesterday I talked to James Gorman, the CEO and chairman of Morgan Stanley. He again was also very positive
on the US, yes.
The US recovery. Here he is now.
It's much more around confidence and emotion than it is around facts. Now, our economists are not as positive on the outlook in terms of movements in the rates, for example, as I am. But I see QE coming off as a very, very important indication that the U.S. economy is recovering.
So there you go again. Clearly, he was saying that, but that's the bright spot, and he's quite right. So this poll, of course, comes after his comments yesterday. Nevertheless, the bleak spot is that 89% see European deflation as a risk. 38% see the global economy worsening. That's up from 18% in July. More than half see the BRIC countries worsening, so they're Brazil, Russia, India, China. That's up from 36%, or a third, in July. The euro is the major concern, Richard. Two-thirds see the Euroland weakening because there's no fiscal policy. You can't leave it all to the ECB. But the ECB, meanwhile, is too restrictive. You've got, in fact, 43% say it's too restrictive. That's up from July's 31%.
What about the firing line? Do we have any names in this firing line here as well?
We do. Mario Draghi and also Angela Merkel, the two names that get picked out. So Mario Draghi...
They're opposites, aren't they, effectively? Yeah.
They are, but 59% view Draghi, there it is, as favourably. That's down from 74% in July's last poll. Meanwhile, Angela Merkel, German Chancellor, has a 45% approval rating, if you like, on her policies at least, not on her, on her policies, which is down from 72%. That's the lowest in 3 years. So that's the sort of verdict by this poll on them.